the seventh. State title on the line. One out, one on. 1-2 pitch. Lovich. Ground ball. Booted by the shortstop. Sage Huffman will come in and pinch run. He represents the state championship winning run. This is Locke at the plate. Ball in the dirt. And moving to third will be Huffman. The winning run now at third base. You've almost got to walk him. We'll see if they talk about it. I think they are. I think they're going to walk. They're going to intentionally walk Darsh, load the bases. You bring in the infield. And that'll bring up Jones. Kyle Jones with one out. Runners everywhere. Bases are loaded. Talk about the biggest at-bat of a young man's life. Huffman at third, Lovich at first. This is why you look up at this. This is great as a kid. Good stuff. 3-3. 7 bases full of Jaguars. One out, one pitch on the way.
Okay, thanks for your patience with that. Just wanted to share some of the highlights and videos from this past season that the boys had in the 2022 season. Obviously, we won a state title. It was a lot of fun memories for those players involved, fans involved, families. Some of you were down there. It was just an awesome atmosphere. So tonight's meeting will be a little bit about that, a little bit about the high school program, and then we'll wrap it up with the youth program and those details about everything that we plan on doing this winter leading into the spring. So if you have questions, I ask that you share those with me via email. You can always call me, text me, communicate with me that way. But I'm going to go ahead and start the presentation now. Coach Ashton, just before I get started, everything looked good on the screen. Coach Ashton, give me thumbs up if you got me. Good. All right, here we go. All right. First and foremost, the most important part about our program is the feeder schools, which is most of you. We're doing our best to get the young ones involved, get them in the know about what's going on with our program so that they are prepared and just basically get to experience our season every spring and how we're doing things. Our mission statement, I'm not going to read it word for word, but basically our mission is to basically provide an atmosphere where the players not only get to learn the game of baseball, but develop as young men, and then ultimately learn how to work hard and earn respect. I'm real big on respect, doing things the right way. 41 years into my life, and I'm still learning how to do that. But the one main thing that I've learned is that hard work gets you far. It earns you opportunity, and the more opportunities you have, the better chance you have to succeed. So, in a nutshell, that's what's stated there. I'll share this with you via recording either later tonight or tomorrow morning, so you can spend some more time reading it. But ultimately, our job is to mold and develop our young baseball players so that they can succeed not only in baseball, but in life in general. Our program goals, a little bit about what I mentioned there, to produce outstanding student athletes. Blue Valley West and the community in which it's in is a special place. The self-discipline, the self-motivation that comes from our students is a tribute to the parents and their families. No one could have prepared me for the atmosphere I was getting into when I took the job 5 years ago at West. It's just been an outstanding experience for me. It's helped me grow as a coach and a person. And it's also taught me how to, help raise my 4 kids and to do it the right way. So I appreciate you for helping me do that. And then along the way, we've got some pretty good baseball players. So it's been fun working with them. To be competitive, I made it no secret to the boys the first year I talked to them. We're here to compete at a very high level. We have the resources to do so. We have the players to do so. Our goal is to, win a league title, a regional title, and a state title. We've checked 2 of those boxes the last 3 years. So we've got to aim to get that league title, which is extremely difficult. But we're going to hit the reset button just like we do every year and try to check all 3 boxes again this year. To present sound fundamental instruction, technique. We have a really good staff, really good coaching staff that knows a lot about baseball. The challenge nowadays is mixing the old with the new. So we have to do our best to keep up with the current times and all the technology and everything that's being implemented in today's game, as well as, making sure that we understand that baseball, the game itself, has not changed. So I think we're doing a decent job of that so far, but there's always room for us to grow alongside the players. And then I'm real big on discipline. I use an acronym that is LEAD. And we talk to that about our players and try to instill that with them. The L stands for leadership, E stands for effort, the A stands for attitude, and the D stands for discipline. All 4 things you can develop and learn without having any athletic ability. We can help instill those in your players and in your students, and hopefully they turn out to be not only great baseball players, but also good teammates, good students, and good individuals. And then lastly, to have fun. We can control having fun throughout a season, whether we're winning, competing, or not. So we do our best to make sure the kids are having a good experience, learning to play alongside each other, take care of each other, and ultimately have fun playing baseball. A little bit about myself. I won't read all that. This is all on our website where you can find these details. But I'm born and raised in Leavenworth, Kansas. Played football, baseball there. Went on to Benedictine College, played football and baseball at Benedictine for 2 years in Atchison, transferred to Washburn, finished up my football, last 2 years of football there, moved back to Leavenworth, started teaching PE there in 2005, started a youth program, eventually took over the baseball program there in 2009, coached there until 2018 when I moved on to Blue Valley West, when Coach Wright retired from coaching baseball. And then it's just been an outstanding past 4.5, 5 years. As some of you know, I also coach football at West. When people ask me, which one do I like better, football or baseball? I explain it to them that football is my religion. It's what I have to do. It's the way that I'm, been raised. I know everything. My life is basically set up around football, but baseball is my passion. I love baseball. It's what I do for fun. I enjoy every second I'm around a baseball field and the baseball players. So that's kind of how I describe that. I've been fortunate to coach a lot of great players, be around a lot of great families. And then on top of that, there's my family. I'm busy. I got 4 kids, 3 boys, a daughter, a wife, and 2 dogs. So we're living the family life to the fullest, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Coach Ashen, Coach, you want me to read for you, or you want to introduce yourself? You're muted.
Three things are not true at the top. You can figure out which ones they are, but everything else is true. I've been coaching for 34 years. I've always been in the Blue Valley School District. And I like doing what I've done. I've coached every single level and enjoy where we're at. Coach Allison is extremely organized individual. So kids that play baseball in this program are going to get a great, solid, fundamental background.
Coach Ashton's the one that keeps me straight. I used to think I was the young coach, but now that I have two coaches on our staff that's younger than me, I look to Coach Ashton to be the veteran on the staff to keep us in line and to make sure we're, staying the course and doing the things the way that we've planned to do them. So we really like having him on the staff. Coach is in charge of our pitching. He takes care of the pitching staff from our freshman group all the way up to our seniors. So we had one of the best staffs in the state last year. We have a lot of those guys coming back. We're super excited about that. So he's got his work cut out for him, but he's looking forward to it. And as I mentioned, he's got a good core of kids to help us bring up those younger kids. Okay, Coach Lahaski. He is a Blue Valley West alumni. Coach is our youngest coach on our staff. He still plays baseball in the men's league around the KC area. Some of you may know, or you may have went out and actually watched, but he played on the team that was out there with the Savannah Bananas last year out at the Monarch Stadium. So he's living baseball. I mean, he still plays it, played it at a high level. Like I mentioned, he's a Blue Valley West alumni. Coach Lahaski's in charge of our infielders, and he's also in charge of our hitting. Since this will be my fourth year coaching, but the 3 years before that we've actually had seasons, we've finished in the top 3 in the state in runs scored. So I attribute that to Coach Lahaski and the plan that he puts forth. We do a lot of live BP, we do a lot of competitive BP, and he finds ways for the kids to have fun and compete while they do it. So he's an extremely smart individual and a very good leader of young men. So we're happy to have him on the staff. Coach McElroy, he teaches over at Shawnee Mission South. He's been coaching baseball for 14, 15 years now. Coached at Shawnee Mission South for a while, and then he was at Miege for a little bit, and also coached at Salina South. So he has a lot of great experience. He's a very well organized, speaks very well to the kids. He's a great teacher. He's very passionate about baseball and doing it the right way. He's really into fundamentals. He's a great leader when it comes to following a practice plan, and we are great to have him on staff. He coached D team and C team last year. This year he'll be our freshman coach, which is our D team, and he's looking forward to doing that again. Coach Harrison was with us 2 years ago, took off last year, and he's back this year. He'll coach our C team. Coach Harrison is a energetic, outstanding student of the game. He played baseball at a very high level. He's from California. He got drafted by the Cardinals during his time as a player, and has been really, really involved in youth baseball over the past 15 years. And so transitioning to the freshman, sophomore levels has been great for him and great for us, bridging that gap between the freshman, sophomore to the varsity level. So we're happy to have him back this year as well. Program dynamics. This is one of the questions I get the most from parents, and it's important for the youth parents to know this. We have 4 teams at Blue Valley West. We have varsity, JV, C, and D. Basically, our varsity is made up of 15 to 18 players, the top players in our program, from freshmen all the way up to seniors. And then it trickles down from there. Our JV are our next 15 to 18 best players that are non-seniors. And then our C team is basically set up for sophomores, but we do move up some of our better freshmen to play on the C team. And then our D team is our freshman team. We typically have around 100 players try out each year. So if you do the math there, we keep right around 60. Last year we kept 57. It's an extremely difficult process. Me coming from Leavenworth and working with the type of players that I work with there are players that do not make our team or in our program each year that would have started for me at my previous job. So, the reality is that we're one of the top programs in the state, in the Midwest, be it, and it's a grind. There's really good players in our program, and some of those players that work and battle, all the way up until their junior, senior years. really know that they got to put the work in to be a part of those top tier teams. So we do a week of tryouts, 4 days, and then I sit down and talk to all the boys on Friday of that tryout week, and then we set our rosters and we go from there. Players at the next level, that's on our website as well. I just wanted to reach out to you as parents of young players. I mean, obviously our younger players dream about going to play college ball, or at least they think about it, or probably they're thinking about the pros at this point. But one of my passions has always been to help these kids get to the next level. And we've been fortunate to have several at Blue Valley West that have gone on just in my past 4 years, and not to mention the past 20 that have been a part of the program at Blue Valley West, go on to play college ball. We have 4 players still in the pros now. Jackson Lovich was drafted this last year by the Mets. So as I mentioned before, we have some very talented baseball players coming through our school. My contact information is there. You can screenshot it, take a picture of it real quick. It's on the website. I'll send this recording out. You have it there. I just always want to make sure you have my contact info so I can get you the answers and information you need. The Twitter page is Blue Valley West Baseball 31. The Facebook page is Blue Valley West Baseball. We have 2 websites. The main one we use is that bottom one there. That's our personal website. And then we also have the school website that has several bits of information on it as well. And I'll put this screen back up here in a little bit. Okay. I'm going to stop share here, and I'm going to transition over to the details specifically for the youth club. 2 seconds. Let's go ahead and close that one out. All right, share screen. Appreciate your patience. I was an expert at this during the COVID time, and now we're getting back on pace here. So, okay, Coach Ashton, if you'll give me thumbs up if you see the youth baseball club photo there. Okay, so we're good. Now to transition to the youth club information. Our mission statement isn't much different than the high school level, but for your peace of mind, our goal is to provide the optimal opportunity for our youth players, grades 2 through 8. After this spring, we are going to start working in our K through 1. It's been a transition for me to try to work with the 2nd through 8th graders, getting them involved, and now we're going to get those younger kids involved too. But that's coming starting this summer. We want to help develop our younger players in the community, teach them to respect others, respect the game, learn the game of baseball, and just basically be around our staff and our players and learn how we do things. It's important for you to know that we do not form teams, and we do not coach youth teams. When I was in Leavenworth, I had to do that. I ran the entire youth program, because I had to teach the game of baseball. I had to develop players. Well, as you know, in Overland Park, fortunately for me and our staff, you as parents do that. The clubs do that. The city does a really good job with their rec program. Baseball's everywhere. So basically, I'm not going to work against the community. I just want to help the community. So in doing so, we want to provide support not only for the kids, but for the coaches in the area, and do anything we can to just help, you with resources and skills and practice plans and all those type of things to help. So we do not organize teams. We do not have Blue Valley West youth baseball teams. We just do camps, clinics, and these Zoom sessions. Our staff went through it earlier. Just real quick, I take care of the catching, base running, and team defense. So those are the specific areas that I coach. Coach Lahaski is our hitting and infielding instructor. Jeff, Coach Ashton is our pitching and outfielding instructor. Coach McElroy helps with the infielding and hitting as well, especially for the C and D. And then Coach Harrison works with the hitters, and he's the outfielding coach for the younger guys. So that's our specific expertise areas. The first couple of weeks of our season, we dial in and we spend most of our time in those positions. And then once our season starts, we separate. But at the clinics, you'll see these guys working in these specific areas when we have the kids there for camps and clinics. The membership details. Most of you, if not all of you, already signed up, but just to revamp what the kids are getting, they get a hat, they get their dry fit t-shirt, they get card decal stickers. We have 4 winter camp dates. We have our 3 spring break dates during the spring break camp. All of these dates are listed on the website, and I've emailed them out to you. If you're not getting those emails, please let me know. Obviously, we'll do our best to have former and current players around whenever necessary or possible. We have our youth recognition night at our home varsity games. We have 2 of those this year. I'll get you those dates here in just a second. And then we have our Zoom sessions. And then we're going to host a wiffle ball tourney either in January or February for the kids at the school, so they can come out and play and have some fun competing against each other. And having fun playing baseball / wiffle ball, as we mentioned earlier. So there's the t-shirt and the hat that they'll be getting. T-shirts are in, hats should be in any minute, but if you're familiar with baseball, you know how hats work, especially the name brand hats. So we are currently waiting on the hats, but t-shirts are in, so we're halfway there. Zoom sessions, I emailed those out to you, but just so you know what we'll be talking about. We did coaching introductions, program intro tonight. Next time we meet will be January 19th. The coaches and I have a couple clinics we have to attend, the national one and the state one, and then we'll get right back to it, talking about pitching and nutrition. We'll talk about hitting and base running. We'll go to outfield play and team defense, and then infield play and team defense. The coaches that specialize in those areas will be the ones leading those meetings, so you can get a better scope of those coaches, meet them, and know exactly how they do things. Our youth camps are listed there. That December 18th one we had to reschedule, as I mentioned in my email, because I have a wrestling tournament next weekend with my sons down in Wichita. So I will get that rescheduled, and we'll make sure that we get those 4 dates in for you. Our spring break camp dates are there. We'll work for 2 hours each of those dates. The 14th and 15th, the players will be back, and they'll be there working with you. The 13th will just be our coaches. So that's what we have going on there. Members of the club, these dates are all free for you as a part of your membership fee, just so you're aware of that. Our winter indoor league, which is not a part of our youth club, because it's a separate deal that we have to fill out paperwork for and pay the district for. Just so you're aware of that. Coach Lahaski runs this, and then I help him, but we've already got 12 total teams participating. And then we have 6 or 7 free agents signed up. We could definitely use some more free agents if your son's wanting to play, but is not on a team. So feel free to sign them up. All the information for this is on the website, and you can email me and I'll send you the link for it as well. But as you can see on this next page, there's our 6-week schedule for the indoor league. It was a lot of fun last year. It's live pitching, live hitting. It's a great way for your kids to get ready for the spring and for them to be in front of us. We get some of our high school players out there to be umpires, so they get to meet them as well. It's good development for them, good community service. And it's a fun way for the kids to compete. That way they're not just in a cage hitting, they're not just pitching, pins, they're doing live work against each other. So information's there. Once again, I'll send that out. It's also on our website. Our youth nights, here's our tentative dates. March 28th against Blue Valley North, and then our last home game of the season against Blue Valley Southwest. So we'll do 2 dates this year. That way, if you can't make one, maybe you can make the other, or the kids are obviously welcome to attend both. It's a fun time for your kids, fun time for our players. Hopefully we take care of business this year in that 5-9 date. We're matching up with Southwest, and we can get a little revenge against them this year and win that league title. So both teams will be pretty good once again. My contact information, once again, for you, if you want to take a screenshot of that or write anything down. If you ever need any of this information, I'll send it to you. But that's the best way that I communicate is through all those outlets. So I get the constant question about our acronyms and the things that we say and use on Twitter and some other things on our t-shirts. I'm a big supporter of our kids working together. Our kids spend time about 10 months a year playing for somebody else, whether it be, their club team, their rec team, their dad's team, a friend's team. They work with several different people getting lessons, all those type of things. But the 2 months to 2.5 months that we get them, I really want them to learn to take care of each other and work together. So we use the motto, work together, win together. We really stress the IGYB, which stands for I got your back. So if you see that, that's what it means. It's all over our t-shirts, website, Twitter last year. Still use it. We'll use it as long as I'm the coach here. I just really, really firmly believe that if you trust the person next to you, in front of you, behind you, you're going to play just a little bit harder. Trust is a big thing. And if anything, if you trust people, you have more fun. So, and then TMF, you older parents, you may think that means something else, but it's on some of our t-shirts, it's on our website. We have a benefit game every year that we play against Leavenworth that it stands for Tank Mark Foreman. He's a former military friend of my family. He passed away. The information's on our website. You can read over that. It's a pretty good story. But we all have somebody in our life that made a big difference, and he was the guy that made a big difference in my life. So that's what that acronym stands for. I'll leave you with this picture, not because it's a state championship picture, but there's a lot that you can read into this picture. You have the kids having fun. They achieved one of their lifelong goals. They helped me achieve one of mine. You have the student section that drove all the way down to Fort Scott on a Sunday night, the day before Memorial Day. Outstanding turnout. It was fun. It was a dream come true. And if you look in the background, we have kids still playing catch because that's what kids do. The celebration happened, yay, but let's get back to playing games back behind, the celebration on the field. So, and then you got the parents in the background supporting us as they always do, the families, and we can't do it without you. So, I really appreciate you. I appreciate your kids. We'll do our best to help get them ready for high school baseball. We know you will too. And don't be strangers. If you have any questions, shoot me an email, shoot me a text, give me a call, and we'll take care of you. So appreciate you tuning in. That's all I got tonight. I'll send this recording out and enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good night. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night. Where is I'm gonna get out.